Welcome back. Let's turn to the big breaking news. At the moment, the United Kingdom has approved Vijay Mallya's extradition. The Home Secretary has signed an order. The UK Home Secretary has signed an order for the extradition of Mallya. Mallya now has 14 days from today to apply for leave to appeal. Arun Jaitley tweets on Mallya extradition. Modi government clears one more step to get Mallya extradited while the opposition rallies around the Sarda scamsters. So clearly the Narendra Modi government now moving swiftly to try and get Vijay Mallya back ahead of the 2019 elections, it would seem. And that big boost is now coming from the UK Home Secretary having signed the orders for extraditing Mallya. He has 14 days to challenge the order. Lavina Tandon, our correspondent in London, is joining me with that. Lavina, give us what exactly this means, what has been said by the UK Home Secretary.
Rajdeep, exactly what you said, that after careful consideration of all the aspects, the Home Secretary Sajid Javid signed it on 3rd of February, made public today as we speak. He has 14 days to appeal and he has 14 days to be taken back. For example, if he does not appeal, he can be taken back in 14 days, but he had already showed his intent to appeal. This will now go to the High Court if he does appeal. The grounds of appeal could be fresh because his entire case was almost rejected at the Westminster Magistrate Court. So it is very interesting to see what is he going to appeal against, what will be his grounds of appeal. They will be considered in the High Court, and if the High Court says yes to extradition, then of course there are very bright chances of him getting back, Rajdeep.
But how long would that entire process take? Would it be he has 15 days, 2 weeks to appeal, but the entire process, as it turned out with the lower courts, took a very long time. Can he then be brought back before the April-May general elections? Unfortunately, we seem to have lost the audio to Lavina there, but Biswajit Bhattacharya, how long does this process normally take?
Rajdeep, since this will be a question of law, I think the facts have been considered by the Magistrates Court. I don't think the question of law will take much time, and there is a distinct possibility that the matter may be disposed of within a matter of a few months.
Within a few months. Geeta Mohan, what is the timeline that we are looking at? What is the government looking at? You cover the MEA. What is the MEA saying? How soon do they believe they are actually in a position to get Mallya to return?
Well, there are a few things over here. Like Arun Jaitley said, Rajdeep, this is only one step of the way. He has a right to appeal, but it is not just one right to appeal. He would have 2 rights to appeal. Now, there are 14 days time that he's been given. Once he files his appeal, it'll go to the higher court, and if there is an adverse judgment, a judgment against him, then he can go to the Supreme Court, which is the apex court. So he still has 2 appeals left in the United Kingdom. Unlikely that it would happen before April-May. It could take longer, but it is moving in the right direction. And every time there is a win for India, it means a win for the Modi administration and for the Modi government. Vijay Mallya has had a very difficult and an arduous time when it comes to the cases. He lost the case on the jails and the prisons, the question of whether the prisons are fine or good enough for him to be transferred to India. And now we see that they are finding him guilty in many ways than one on defrauding Indian banks.
Biswajit Bhattacharya, extradition normally is a tough process.
It's a tough process.
But on the facts, as you said, the Magistrates Court has rejected Mallya's arguments, particularly his arguments about the jail conditions in India that he made, about the fear that he would be discriminated against. All those were rejected or would be victimized. Now, is the window closing? Can we say the window is closing now that the UK Home Secretary has approved the extradition order? That means there is some element of official sanction on the part of the government to ask Vijay Mallya to leave their country.
Yes, there is an element, but as I said, Rajdeep, the question of law which shall be decided by the High Court may take a few months at least, and then Mr. Mallya will have a further channel to appeal. So therefore, as to when exactly he will be extradited, it cannot be predicted at this stage because the process of law is a little uncertain. But it's a breakthrough. It's a breakthrough for the investigating agencies. and to that extent it is sort of welcome step, because ultimately at the end of the day, if Mr. Mallya is extradited, he is claiming that he has around 13,000 crores worth of assets.
Yes.
And his outstanding principal amount maybe with interest around 19,000 crores. So in case he is extradited, then to that extent the public funds will be...
Yes, but it will be a huge political victory for the Narendra Modi government. Ahead of the elections, if they can get Vijay Mallya extradited, huge victory. Lavina Tandon, give me once again the timelines. According to Geeta Mohan, there are 2 appeals, one to the High Court, one to the Supreme Court. So it could take 2 to 3 months, or could it be quicker?
Steve, if you're asking me, actually the High Court should not take very long. It also depends on what are the grounds of the appeal, or if anything needs to be argued. But I do not think that the High Court should take extremely long for this to wrap up. There are really 2 schools of thought. I would have believed the process would take longer than the elections in May 2019. So we might not be getting back before May 2019, but there is a possibility that this could be expedited. We have seen a special interest, and there has been a great impetus from the government and from the CBI, ED to be presenting the case the way they did, and this could be expedited as well. So there are some chances that we could get back before elections May 2019.
All that depends on whether that entire process can be expedited, and that's not certain at the moment. Geeta Mohan, 10 seconds. Is that process, is that what the government is going to push for? Quickly expedite this process, finish it by April?
Absolutely. There is political engagement, and they are looking at political will to ensure that there is forward movement and that it's expedited. But like Lavina said, Rajdeep, unlikely that it will happen by May.
Unlikely that it will happen by May, but clearly a sense of intent has been put in place, a process through which Vijay Mallya now finds the heat squarely on him. I appreciate all my guests joining us. It's been a big news day as always. We started with Mamta, we're ending with Mallya. It's the M factor. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.
Thanks for watching the video. For more such news and updates, please like, share and subscribe to India Today. Also check out our other great videos from our channel. We know you would love to.